Hello guys, how we doing? Guys and girls. Got a girl subscriber, so I mustn't forget. Just say it. How we doing everybody? Should we start again? Anyway, how we doing? Saints man, small van driver, week in the life of last week. It's now Sunday. I've just got back from fishing. The house is quiet, the wife's out, I ain't got a clue where she is. So I thought get this done. There's no grandchildren around. I've had a really good day's fishing. Caught one clonker and 9 others, but nice morning's fishing. So, last week, yeah, it's a good week. Uh, I thought it was going to be a struggle a couple of times, but managed to pull it around. Didn't quite hit target, but I finished Friday at 11 o'clock. I did half a day. I also did 4 days out of 5. I did subcontract work and work not on the CX, private work. I still did 7 CX jobs, but they were all backloads, apart from one day. No, it was backloads. They were all backloads because the Thursday was a job. It was on the CX, but I was sent a WhatsApp message. Do I want the job? And they just put it through the CX. So yeah, good week. Monday just did 8 hours, and it was subcontract work to Peterborough, and then I did 2 small jobs around Northampton. One, it's funny this week I've done 2 jobs where I've helped a driver either unload or load stuff onto a bigger vehicle because he couldn't do it. And Monday was one of them. It was a massive table that was put on the back of a extra long wheelbase and only just fitted in, and it was fine. It's absolutely fine. I don't mind doing that. And then so Monday was nice and easy, 8 hour day. Started at 7:15. Tuesday again, I ended up going to. I did a strange job. It was subcontracts, and I ended up going to Boston and then to Peterborough, and then ended in Corby. And because I ended so close to home, it's like I didn't want a long job away from home unless it was going to be worth my while, and I didn't want to go 90 miles from home because I wouldn't have got back. And I ended up doing Northampton to Burton Latimer, and it was booze, and that was fine. Got well paid for that, and again, don't mind. It's good for the fitness, and you get good money for the booze runs. So again, another 8 hour day. So it's nice and easy. Wednesday, I had a job, and again, it was a subcontractor with a different company. So another company that used me down at Epsom, uh, which is a good run, southwest London. And I'd got a job back. This is where the CX comes into its own. I'd got a job back from Hampton to Cambridge, which is a regular run, and I bid for it and got it. And then I did a sneaky little Huntingdon to Kettering. So Wednesday was a really good day, got me going. Thursday was the big day where I did a fair bit of work. I didn't, let me have a little look. I did one job on the CX, and all that was helping a driver in Southam unload 3 pallets off of a Luton into a residential garage. The rest of it was subcontract. And I ended up going to Manchester, picked up locally, went to Manchester. I did a job in Manchester to St Helens, and then I did a job from St Helens to Telford, all off the CX, not on the CX mean. And then I did a little job. I was running back from Telford empty, thinking, "Oh, I could do with something to pay the petrol money," and found it. So Thursday was the longest day. It was 11. It was my longest day of the week, 11 and a quarter hours. So I'm cut out the 15-hour days, the 16-hour days, the 14-hour days, and then Friday, I just wanted a small job, really, local, and got it from my subcontractor. He'd already said, "Do you fancy doing some local for me?" And it was 3 drops: Kimbolton, Stamford, and Corby, and took me 2.5 hours. And then I picked a job up on the CX, although it was from a local company in Northampton, and that was from Northampton to Newport Pagnell, which is 12, 13 miles. In fact, it was this side of Newport Pagnell. It was a farm, 13 miles from my house. And I'd finished by 11 o'clock. I started at 6 on Friday. So I am cut my hours down. And it's making a difference. You know, finishing Friday at 11 o'clock. It's great. I got all my paperwork done within about, I always do it every day anyway. So I did that, got that out of the way. That took me half an hour. And then got changed. I cleaned the van. So the van is clean. It took me another half an hour and helped the wife. We went shopping. I went to see my auntie in a care home. Had a lovely visit. And I was still home at 4 o'clock Friday. And we went to the rugby Friday night. It was Saints Bedford in the last pre-season friendly, and start the weekend. And I just feel refreshed. I'm going to definitely not do a long Fridays anymore. I don't want to sort of finish at 8 o'clock Friday night. Obviously, it happens, and if it does happen, it happens. But it would have to be a bloody good reason for it to happen, if you see what I mean. So, a good week overall. Didn't hit target quite, but these are the figures. My normal mileage is, I've looked in the last Friday, and it varies, but it can be 1,300 up to 1,500. In the older days, 1,200 is all right. I did 1,092, so just under 1,100, and I did 41 hours duty time. That's 8 hours a day plus an hour, so 8 hour days. So instead of, nice average, 25 and a half hours driving, that's cut down from my normal 32, 33 hours, 25 hours driving, and the money was 867. And if I can read my writing, 80 pence. You add the 20% VAT, makes it 1,041. Give the VAT man £104 to keep him happy, and it come out at 937.23. Yes, it's under my target of £63, £62, whatever. Don't matter. I'm cut my hours back. I've cut everything back. It still works out 187 a day. My fuel, if it's 300 miles less, which it is, that's at least 6 gallon of fuel, which is 30, 40 quid, whatever it is, 30 quid probably, and less hours, less wear on the van. And my pence per miles, every single mile I did, 86 pence, which I think is pretty good for a small van. Yes, you try and quote 95 to a pound, which is what we quote, but you're always going to have dead miles. And if you're doing longer trips and you end up 50 miles, 60 miles per hour out of travel, it soon cuts that pence per mile down. But doing what I'm doing, I'm happy that it's in the middle to late 80s. And I think it was last week was 84. So I brought that up from late 70s to 80 pence up to 85, which it all helps. It all helps. And I got a job for Monday. It's already on the van, and that's going to. Where's it going to? Oh, Harlow. It's going to Harlow, and it's got to be there for Harper State. Got a good rate on it. Got just under a pound a mile, literally a pound a mile. So I'm going to be in Harlow at Harper State looking for work. So I should be leaving at probably about 6 because the traffic's bloody horrendous. We all know that. So yeah, all good. I did put a little answer to a question as a new lady driver, and she's asked again, what do I charge for handling? What do I charge for waiting? Cancellation fees? I did answer. I was going to do it as a separate video, but I've done one before. My waiting time is first half hour free, and then I charge £20 an hour, £5 a quarter at £20 an hour. So it's five a quarter. So if it's 15 minutes for 5 or 10, and yeah, it's not a lot, but I think shippers can go with that. So you can go, oh, I want the full fee. I want all this. And also, if it is a job you've had to travel through, there is, variances on this. If you've had to travel, you've travelled 40 miles to get to a job and then it's cancelled, then there is more. There is more to be, you'll be asking for more money because you've done that, wasted an hour or so. But if you're right nearby and you've got it cancelled, it's well, to me it's £20. A lot of guys charge 30. It's fair enough. You charge what you want to charge. I do what I want to do. Handball, I very, very rarely have handball. And what I call handball is 50 boxes, 40, 50. I used to, when I did the perfumes for Charlotte Tilbury, I used to have quite a bit of handball, but I used to quote that in with a job because it was the job description was handball, 30 boxes, 40 boxes. So I'd add money on the main job. Just a minute. Oh, got a lovely coffee. But yeah, so handball, I don't think that applies to me really. Waiting time. Oh, waiting time. I said that. Can waiting time? Yeah, I've got that wrong way around. Waiting time is £20 an hour after half an hour. Cancellation fee is £30. So I've got that the wrong way around. Sorry. Yeah, if a job's cancelled, it's I charge £30, and if I've travelled, it's more. And if it's a real pain where I've had to do lots and then it's been cancelled, or I'll ask for more, you can negotiate with the shipper. If a shipper gets arsy and says I can only give you 10, £20, or I'm only offering 15 because you haven't been on site, I don't know what you do. What I would do is say, that's what it is. Is that what it is? So your cancellation fee is that for every job you cancel. It's that. And if that's right, that's fair enough. But I won't be quoted on any of your jobs, and that's the way it is. So yeah, I've got that the wrong way around. Cancellation and waiting. Waiting time is £20 an hour. Cancellation on a job, I charge 30 minimum. If I've done an extra and gone way beyond that and done mileage, and I've had to wait 2 hours for the job and then it's gone cancelled, I will be charging more. That £30 cancellation fee doesn't matter whether it's a 30 quid job. If it's a 10-mile job up the road, I've quoted 30, then it's the full 30. Or if it's a 200-mile job, I may ask for a little bit more because it's a longer job and the percentage is less, but my minimum is 30. So that's pretty much all I can say about that. Anyway, we've got a full week next week, 5 days. Again, I'm going to do my best to finish early Friday. It's good if I can get the subcontract work Friday because I start early, but I would finish early. They keep me local, so that would be handy. But we'll see how we go. Anyway, speak soon.